Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm doing a very simple recipe, Macher Satni, or mackerel sort of mash, if you like. It's a very simple recipe that my dad used to make, particularly in the summer months. Sometimes, you know, we didn't fancy having curry, and this was a very simple dish to have. Now, he would use fresh fish, and I'm using tinned today for convenience, you know, and it takes up less time because it's pre-cooked tinned fish. But a little bit more about my dad. He was a chef in the 70s and in a restaurant called the Akash, which was in Timperley. And this restaurant in Timperley was frequented by a lot of celebrities. People in showbiz would pop in there after their gig, you know, had finished. Footballers would go there, and my dad would come home and tell me of such a body, you know, such a person had come into the kitchen to shake his hand, you know, because they really enjoyed his cooking. And I'm nowhere near as good as my dad, you know, I wish I was, but I picked up a few hints of how to cook over the years, you know, and I've always gotten back to how my dad would prepare his meals. So this recipe is very simple. In the pan, I've got some chopped chilli, I've got onions sliced, and I've got some coriander. Now you could put garlic in there, but I'm not going to do that because garlic tends to repeat on me a little bit. So I've omitted garlic, but you can add that there. There are no spices going into this dish. You might want to add salt if, you know, you like your dishes to be a little bit salty, but this is in brine. So this is already soaked in salt water. So it's mackerel in brine and it's cooked already. But if you don't like tinned fish, you can use fresh, but you'd have to sort of fry the fish first, you know, to cook it, and then take out the bones, etc. So I'm omitting that, you know, and plus I'm not putting any oil in this dish. So if you're looking to keep oil out of your diet or reduce the amount of oil in your diet, this is a very good recipe. And as you can see in the background there, I've got my dal, lentils boiling, and this dish I will be serving with rice, dal and butter. Very, very simple, nothing more needed. Okay, so I'm just going to add, I've got the gas on and just lightly sort of toasting the onions and the chilies, and I'm going to add the fish. I may add another tin if I think there's not enough, not a problem, and just sort of break up the chunks. I'm using a non-stick pan, so basically there's no need for oil. It isn't essential. The fish itself, some fishes like mackerel have got oil content in them. Mackerel, you know, is a particularly good fish for that, you know, an oily fish. And that's what makes it tasty. You don't really need to add a lot of ingredients to mackerel because the fish itself has a very good taste, you know, a strong taste to it. It's not bland, so there isn't really a need to overcomplicate putting loads of spices. The chilli and the onions are just enough really, you know, and the coriander leaf. Right, so I've finished cooking, well, not really cooking, just a slight toasting in this pan without oil, in a non-stick pan. It's not needed, and I've just added coriander leaf at the end, and it just brings out, you know, the flavour of the mackerel and the onion and the chilli, and that's all you need. I'm going to be having that with some dal there, and when the rice is finished, everything will be put together. Let me know what you think of this recipe. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.